All right, what's up, Adrian? Back. So I guess it's the first video I'm gonna try to show you. And all right, let's go. So we're gonna look at what we're gonna do first is that we're gonna look at these four questions first because I really want you to master learning the basic algebra, and then if you could, and after today, if you can show me that you know how to do it, then we'll go on to these harder questions. All right, cool. So then to 3n n plus 4n plus 4n equals negative 14. That's where we're at. Give me 1 second, Adrian. Okay, cool. So, like I said before, the very first thing is I want you to notice what are the common variables that we see. Okay, so and I also want you to don't rush into this. You gotta be patient, be calm. Just don't overthink it as well. So if we see on our left side, we see that we have 3n and 4n. So we know they're common variables. So we can add them up. So then we do 7n because 3n plus 4n equals, because 3 plus 4 equals 7. So yeah, and then we still have this negative 14 though. We cannot forget about that yet. So our new equation becomes, oh crap, that's bad. Becomes 7n equals negative 14. But now that we're here, it's very, very simple. If I want n by itself, because I want n on one side by itself, the only thing we gotta do is erase this number right here that's in front of n. And the way to do that is division. Because 7 divided by 7 equals 1. Think about it. Any number divided by the same number is 1. So we do 7. So then we do divided. Okay, divided by 7. Divided by 7. Then we get n equals, and remember, don't forget negatives. You can never forget the negatives. Negative 2. That's your answer for 3n plus 4n equals 14. Cool. Let me clean this up. All right, what's the next one? All right, this is a little tricky one, but it's still very capable for you. So we're gonna do it. So we'll do. Let's move this quick. Let's go. We'll do 9. That's a terrible 9. We'll do 9. Let me just do. Okay, 9 equals 7m. Oh, negative 7, my fault. Negative 7m plus 1 plus, minus, sorry about that, minus 6. Okay. Like I said before, very simple again. Look at the common variables, figure out what is common between these numbers. So, like I said, first do one side at a time. Never jump to do both sides because that's how you make mistakes. So if we notice that 1 and negative 6, those are common variables, so we can cancel, so we can start simplifying there. Then we can do 9 equals negative 7 and now is it plus or is it negative? Remember, we can never forget the negatives. So positive 1 plus negative 6, that will give you a negative 5. Don't forget that. Cool. Now we're in this stage. If I want m by itself, the next step I should do is, if I want m by itself, the next thing I should do is I want to move this 5 to the left side because I want m to be by itself. So we can just add by 5 because you see we're not dividing anything because there's no variable here. So we just add. So we just add 5 to both sides. Then we'll do 5. So then we'll do 5. So we'll do plus 5 and then plus 5. This will equal, so now 5 plus 9 equals 14 equals negative 7m. Cool. Now remember what I said first. I want m. I don't want negative m. I want m. So that means I want positive m. If I have a negative 7m and positive 14 on the left side, okay? So right now we have 14 equals negative 7m. But I want m by itself. What do you think we should do? It's very similar to the first problem we did, which we found out that this right here is just negative 2. Negative 2 equals m. So what do you think we should do here? Well, we can divide it by negative 7m because a negative divided by negative is a positive number. So if we do divided by negative 7 equals divided by negative 7. Now, for this one, I always tell you doing fractions, but we can just simplify the fraction because it's pretty easy. 14 over 7. How many times does 7 go into 14? We can do this easily by adding them up. So if we do 7 plus 7, what does that give us? That gives us 14. Now, if we divide now if we divide by 7, what do we get? It's very easy trick. How many 7s does it take to reach 14? We notice that it takes 2. So if we divide 14 by 7, then we know, okay, well, if we divide by 7 once, it will give us 7. So there's 2 7s. So 14 divided by 7 is 2. So then we get, and remember, it's not positive 7, it's negative 7. This is just an example over here. All right, so then we get negative 2 equals m. And see, that's our answer again. Cool. And we should erase all this. What's the next question? Okay, this might be a little tricky one, but it's still very easy. Very possible. So we get negative 24 equals 5r plus 3r. Okay, cool. So, like I said before, first thing, simplify. We want to find the common variables and we want to simplify it. So, first thing I notice, I see there's a 5r and a 3r. That means they're common variables. With common variables, I can just do, we just add them up. So then we do negative 24 equals, that was 5 plus 3, 8. And we cannot forget the r. So we 8r. Now I want r by itself. I don't want 8r, I don't want no r. I just want r by itself. So we divide by 8 on both sides. Okay. Divide by 8. Okay. This will give us, so now it's 24 divided by 8. You know, this is basic multiplication and division. So we know, so if we know 8 times 1, 8 times 1 equals 8, right? We know that. Cool. And we also know, so we know 8 times 1 equals 8. So then we can also assume that 8 times 2 equals 16 because it's, that's true. So now, what's 8 times 3? If you notice, we're just adding 8 on top of it each time. So then that's 8. So 8, 8 plus 8 is 16. So then 8 plus 8 plus 8, or times 3, equals 24. So if we know 8 times 3 equals 24, then we know 24 divided by 3. I mean, sorry about that. 24 divided by 8 is 3. So then we can just do. And remember, we can't forget the negatives. So it'll be negative 24 divided by 8 equals negative 3. And negative 3 equals R. Cool. All right. Let me clean this up. Perfect. All right. This one right here. This is a good one. So we have negative 6x minus 6x equals 12. Okay. First step, find common variables and simplify. So we see that we have two common variables, negative 6x and minus 6x. So what's a negative minus a negative? I mean minus a positive? Well, you get a negative number. So then we get so it would just be negative 6x minus 6x is negative 12x equals 12. I remember what I said. I want x by itself. I don't want negative x. I want x. So that means I want positive x. And what's the one way to make a negative into a positive? You divide it by a negative. And if I want x by itself, and I got negative 12 here, I want to divide by negative 12. Cool. Because now these will cancel out. And this will cancel out as well. But the negative's still there. So you can remember that too. So then we get x equals negative 1. Perfect.